Hi, thanks for checking out this week's episode of History of Popcorn. Just a little disclaimer, we use Zoom to record our sessions, and on this particular session we had a couple connection issues which resulted in video and sound issues, but we hope you stick with us through this episode. We hope you enjoy. Thanks again. Sorry for the inconvenience. Here's the episode.
America! Fuck yeah! Here to sit on Justin's fucking porch, yeah.
Welcome to another episode of History of Popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. We have a guest on the show today, this week. He is a friend of the show. We had an informal introduction to him on YouTube. We talked about Zack Snyder's Justice League for an hour, and yes, that's Justin.
Not 4 hours.
Yeah, no, that's introducing the great and powerful Patrick Dolan.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say powerful. Hello.
Insert claps. Maybe some booze, maybe some tomatoes.
Splash splat.
Hello, History of Popcorn viewers.
Hello.
Welcome to my porch.
Yeah, Patrick and I used to be neighbors. It was if anyone saw the informal introduction to him and I used to be neighbors, and he also directed script that I wrote with our buddy Matt Spickard called From the Dark, which is available on Amazon and
multiple platforms.
And other multiple platforms, of course. And yeah, no, Patrick has done a lot, and main thing that him and I have loved the most is talking about movies. So we thought that we could bring him along and also bring back this show that him and I used to do on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, which you can watch plenty of embarrassing videos. Elijah's found one.
Oh yeah, I'm digging deep.
Oh yeah, no, you probably have an archive. Yeah, you probably have an archive at this point. Oh, he's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I got all the editing. It's all in a bay for editing purposes.
You just have a hard drive of just all of my Jay's Days stuff.
I like the intro you had though.
Oh yeah, dude, that was made by Jared McLean.
Yeah, I liked your intro though, your vocal intro of what you did.
Oh yeah, hello everybody.
Caught on.
Justin Adams, and welcome to Jay's Days.
Jay's Days.
Yeah. It was catchy. I liked it. Your catchphrase.
I miss Jay's Days. I do.
I want to ask Patrick what his favorite movie is first. I want to learn a little bit more about Patrick first.
Well, as Justin can attest, I don't really have like the greatest movie of all time, but I do have like a rotating top 5 that usually maintains the same group of films, and it's Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, John McTiernan's Die Hard, Elia Kazan's East of Eden. See, that's the problem with a revolving top 5.
Those are
those are those are good. Those are very good. Actually, I like those.
It covers a wide. Singing in the Rain. Like nice. Singing in the Rain is like hands down. Like I just recently revisited that movie for the first time since I was a kid, and it just blew me away. Like Donald O'Connor's Make 'Em Laugh routine.
Dude, yeah, I was just gonna say that scene. I remember when I saw that as a kid, and that shit blew my fucking mind. That he did that shit.
And then you
impression on me when I was growing up. I was like, wow, that's sequence.
That's my theme song too. I love Make 'Em Laugh.
You watch a behind the scenes on that film, and that guy was like a 4-pack a day smoker.
Yeah,
and he did that routine over and over.
It just shows kids you can do anything if you put your mind to it.
Yeah,
and especially on 4 packs a day, kids.
It's just fucking.
We are not paid for by any tobacco affiliates.
Brought to you by.
That's the first sponsor we get.
Oh man, this podcast has really gotten me smoky.
Yeah, it's time for our smoke break. Just don't talk about movies at all.
Yeah, see.
But no, those 4 films are like a good spectrum of where like my broad tastes fall. Psycho, Die Hard, East of Eden, and Singing in the Rain.
So, those are a good set of movies, Patrick, for your favorite. I mean,
thank you.
Can't go wrong with those. Yeah. I mean, whenever we have people on the show, we always ask them what their favorite movie is and stuff. So far, none of them have had one specific favorite movie. Yeah. They're like, we like a few. It's like, but it's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah. It's hard to just settle on one because it's like you can't, like, those 4 movies I picked, take for example, you can't like throw those into the same movie and have it be like your ultimate movie. Like the idea of having a number one film just always kind of, I have a group.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get started. Let's do this. Let's do
History of Popcorn, where we bring all the latest news we think is interesting for the entertainment industry. We got to start with this huge franchise. It's the biggest property that Paramount has. It's up there with Fast and Furious. We're getting another. It's not Fast and Furious, but we're getting another Transformers movie. This one's technically a Transformers 7. But it's going to take place in the 90s, I believe. It's kind of a spin-off sequel of the Bumblebee movie, but it's not necessarily Michael Bay related. It's going to be standalone, but be in the universe, it says. It's rumored to be based around the Beast Alliance storylines, it also says that it might be a heist film that's from Brooklyn to South America. So they are kind of going to go in the Transformers route. I mean, the Fast and Furious route of heists.
Yeah, well, I'm curious. You mentioned Beast Alliance. Is that the same as Beast Wars?
Yes.
Transformers? Okay.
Yeah,
that's interesting because that show was very, very popular. I never watched it, but I had a friend.
When did that come out?
Who Beast Wars, I think, was like early 2000s, I want to say, or maybe 2005.
Do you know what the like thing about it that makes it different than it? There's an animal infusion kind of with this story or something.
Yeah, so like all the robots transform into like beast type animals. Like there's one that transforms into an ape. There's another one that transforms into a lion. And it just took off. Like kids. It kind of revitalized even the toy line for a while.
Oh yeah, I bet it. Yeah, it sounds like it would. Like they kind of teased that kind of stuff when they like introduced the T-Rexes and stuff, didn't they? Didn't Optimus Prime ride a T-Rex or something?
Yeah,
I haven't seen them all. I don't know. I've seen the.
I just love how you put it like that. Didn't Optimus Prime ride a T-Rex?
Wasn't that was the last night? That was when Excalibur was played by Stanley Tucci.
Yeah.
The Dinobots. And yeah, those were kind of that might have been the genesis for what ultimately became Beast Wars, but the Dinobots were their own entire thing. The Beast Wars, I mean, it was his own entire franchise. And it did explore, like you said, I see the idea of making it a heist film being really, really good.
They have a star that might be attached to it. His name is Anthony Ramos, who's in Hamilton and Godzilla, and he's in the upcoming In the Heights. He's also in the Heights, man. He's in the Crown Royale commercials, I think, too, where he's just dancing around. He gets a drink for his mom. Yeah.
Dude, I love that. Dude, he has my favorite line in Hamilton when it's right after. I think it's right after ooh, I do. Helpless. It's after Helpless. It's right in between Helpless and Satisfied, and like they get married, and then Anthony Ramos comes up and he's like, "Oh yeah, let's get bored." He has this line delivery that's so fucking funny. He also looks great in Into the Heights too, because that movie just looks absolutely amazing. I'm I
more
don't know
Transformers.
Yeah,
they do have a director attached to this too.
Wait, there's more Transformers movies coming out?
Yeah, this is the Transformers. Well, no, this has a director and writer attached to it too, so it's actually going to come out. And they might be making a Bumblebee too. So there's like Transformers isn't dead. They're just trying to find a new way of
well, that's actually that's not bad because the Michael Bay stuff is just so leave that back there. Release the bacon.
Well, that's what That's what I thought was refreshing about Bumblebee. So if they're going to use that as a springboard moving forward, I'm super stoked for it.
Yeah, Bumblebee, I didn't like it I didn't like it too much, but I totally agree. Compared to the Michael Bay stuff, it feels like the right tone, and Haley Steinfeld was also always a treat.
Yeah, I love Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, she's good.
Director and writer of this, the director is Stephen Caple Jr., who did Creed 2. And the writer is doing a few things right now. His name is Joby Harold. He hasn't done too much, but he wrote the King Arthur movie, the Charlie Hunnam one, and he wrote Army of the Dead.
Ooh,
with Zack Snyder.
Okay.
And he's also has a hand in the Obi Wan Kenobi writing the TV show, which we'll be talking about later at the end,
interesting,
toward the end of the show.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, I might be looking back into the Transformers movies with these ones because they're going to be a whole new different. It's not like anymore. That's all we can really say about that. It's going to be coming out soon, hopefully next year or the year after. This next one I feel very curious about. Kind of feels like a little just like someone grabbed this. It doesn't seem legitimate really, or not. I don't know if anything's going to come out of this, but Rocky, the boxer.
So this guy Rocky,
he's had a career for 45 years. He's been since his debut, and the man who played him, Sylvester Stallone, announced on his Instagram that he wants to do a TV show of a young Rocky. He wrote this in his handwriting on a piece of paper, and this was his pitch for it. It reads as: imagine a time machine that will simply transport us back to the origins of Rocky, a cinematic world brimming with characters that have been beloved by people around the world for nearly 5 decades. Climbing aboard that time machine will take us to the most transformative generation in modern history, the 60s. The moon landing, the Vietnam disaster, the sexual revolution, the JFK assassination, the New Left, the Black Panther movement, hippie movement, the feminist movement, the Cold War, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Civil Rights Movement, the Beatles, Bob Dylan, Muhammad Ali. Needless to say, the 60s was a dynamic time. Among all that, we drop in on a rather plain life of 17-year-old Robert Rocky Balboa. When we meet Rocky in 1976, he was a very lost soul, and we now see this young man struggle like all young people trying to find their place.
I don't know about that, man.
And he had a whole breakdown on his Instagram of like, he wants to do 10 episodes, multiple seasons. Like,
that sounds like Forrest Gump. Just imagine like Rocky bumping into a Black Panther. But, you guys just fighting the good fight or something, huh? I'm the Italian stallion.
Yeah, so we've been to the moon, huh?
Yeah. So did you hear they're putting I got suspicious, and then I heard that they're bringing someone to the moon.
No, I that's good because I've been wanting to explore as Rocky, the sexual revolution of Philadelphia in the 60s. Because when you see me later, how awkward I am hooking up with the wife that's gonna be my wife for the rest of my life.
I would love to see like how.
I think I just need to make a whole series about how that happens.
I would love to see him see if how Rocky lost his virginity.
Oh gosh. It's actually just replaying that footage of when Sylvester Stallone actually was in that pornography. Him in that circle. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
It's like that fucking Nurse Ratched show that they did on Netflix. That was just so fucking pointless. And I don't care how, like, I love Rocky and everything, but I don't want to see another it's like Solo too. I don't want to see another person play Rocky. It's just going to be too distracting.
Sylvester Stallone said that he would never play Rocky again on the screen, I guess.
That's bullshit. He said the same thing about Rambo. He said the same thing about fuck, man. He said exactly. He said the same thing with Rocky as well. He said that he wouldn't do any more after Rocky 5, and they did Balboa, and they did Creed, and then he was like, oh, you know what? Creed was actually successful. Let's do Creed 2.
Yeah, he wanted to kill Sylvester Stallone wanted to kill Rocky twice.
In Rocky 5, he wanted to kill him, which would have been so funny. Like that's like the only time the studio was right. Like I think they did originally kill him, and the studio was like, dude, we are not fucking killing you in a street fight with this fucking punk.
He'll just get beat down. Yeah, that's horrible.
Dude, I just love the idea if they did kill him like that, he fought fucking Drago, and the one thing that killed him was that punk from Pennsylvania.
I don't think this is gonna go anywhere, because he just wrote it out on a piece of paper and said, "I've been dreaming," and it's like I imagined it. I imagined it as 10 episodes, deep cuts of getting to know these characters, and it's like that's what a TV show is. You mentioned all the most exciting things about the era of that time of the 60s, and then he's like, but then we go into the rather plain life of Rocky. It's like, why?
Yeah.
It's not. It's, you just said all these exciting things. Yeah, exactly what you said. It'd be like a Forrest Gump type.
Yeah,
like,
and that just sounds so uninteresting. That just sounds like deeply uninteresting. We're all pretty much on the same page. This sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it was written on a napkin. Come on. Well,
no, we have to give Stallone credit. We have to give Sly credit. He can read and write.
It was very hard to transcribe the Instagram.
Oh, I bet.
It's very hard to read.
So I was trying to think of Rocky with the sexual revolution. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I drew a picture. That's cute, Sly. We're gonna put down the fridge. I have an idea for Expendables 16. We have not done 5 yet.
Is that the one where I play Rocky and Rambo in the same movie?
Now that I'm for. We have the Expendables, and he plays Rocky, Rambo, Demolition Man.
Yeah. That's funny.
All right.
Let's go to the next topic. Speaking of legacies and everything, I think that's a good word to describe this next character, right? He's from the Star Wars universe. He's getting his own TV show. Obi Wan Kenobi. It was announced a while ago, but they announced the cast finally, and the cast is big. And let me just say what the Obi Wan Kenobi show is going to be about. The synopsis reads as the story begins 10 years after the dramatic events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, where Kenobi faced his greatest defeat. The downfall and corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, turned evil Sith Lord Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And they announced the cast.
Did Sylvester Stallone write that?
I got an idea for a prequel sequel. You're in the wrong office, Sly.
Wrong line.
Lucasfilm. I thought it said Lancashire Boulevard. I gotta go.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, this cast is huge too. Like, one thing about the cast that's insane is they have Benny Safdie.
Yeah, here's the cast. I'm just gonna list them all real quick. It's we got Ewan McGregor, and we got the big one is Hayden Christensen is returning as Anakin Skywalker slash Darth Vader, and we got Joel Edgerton, which is pretty crazy because
love him.
He plays Obi Wan Kenobi's parents, dad, doesn't he? Or no,
he plays Anakin's dad, right?
Luke,
or his uncle?
No, hold on. I know
he
this.
plays.
It's Luke Skywalker's dad.
No.
Who is it?
Darth Vader.
Oh yeah. Wow. Hold on.
Elijah, you're fucking.
This is
fired.
Yeah.
I can't.
He's.
Dude.
He's in the prequel. He's in the first prequel.
Well, he's uncle. He's the uncle. He's uncle. Dude, we're killing Patrick.
I just lost a lot of points.
Owen and Baru Lars are his aunt and uncle.
Yes,
and that's who
he plays Owen,
right?
Yeah,
the younger version.
Yeah, Joel Edgerton played him in the prequel series, and then they were only in the beginning of Star Wars, the first one.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see now that it's been so long, and he's going to play that version younger. And
that's interesting.
It makes you wonder what kind of stories they're gonna go for. Is like Obi-Wan, like how much interaction is Obi-Wan actually gonna have with the raising of Luke, and casting Joel Edgerton in that leads me to believe that like Obi-Wan is gonna be this kind of like shadowy father figure for Luke. while trying to keep Darth Vader like away from him.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to open up a lot of possibilities for great interactions between those characters.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm curious, like, if this is going to be like a mini series or if this is going to be a full blown series.
So, 6 episodes, I believe.
Like one season though, because I know WandaVision is doing 1 season and done, but like Mandalorian had a 2nd season, and that's Star Wars. Like, and I feel like the spin-off of the Mandalorian's only gonna have 1 season. Like, I think these are gonna be limited series, but we'll see.
Yeah, which I think is a smart move, honestly. I think doing this is like the stuff that Disney Plus is doing right now is actually pretty genius. If they just keep it at that. The Mandalorian, I understand why they'll churn out new seasons, because there can be more concept. Yeah, there could be more adventures with that. Yeah. Same thing with the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I don't know exactly what they're going to do with that. That sounds more like, okay, you can see this continuing on.
Yeah, that could continue in a way. I've seen the first 3 episodes or 2 episodes. It could continue, because it's just like missions and stuff right now.
Yeah,
but
I'm
going to continue the rest of the cast, because that's not even half the cast.
Oh yeah, shut.
Yeah.
So we also got Kumail Nanjiani joining. He's also he's in Star Wars and Marvel now.
Yeah, he's in everything.
Good for him. And we got Bonnie Piesse, I think her name is, Indira Varma, who's from Game of Thrones.
Watch your mouth.
Friend, O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Like him.
Sung Kang from I believe he's from Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. Yeah, Han.
Justice for Han. Yeah.
Best character. Simone Kessel and Benny Safdie of the Safdie brothers, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Benny Safdie is the one who was in Good Time.
He
played the brother of Robert Pattinson, if people don't know.
Yeah. Dude, no, I'm curious about all of that. I'm like, but Benny Safdie, I'm pretty sure, just looking at him, I just guarantee that they're gonna make him be like some kind of creature.
Oh yeah, he's
like, I'm not saying he's an ugly dude. I'm just saying, like, he just
voice.
looks like that dude that would be like, if I'm gonna be in a movie, just
I hope I see his face. That's the thing, is like, how many of these characters after Joel Edgerton is gonna show their face?
Right.
Because Kumail and Johnny's got a very specific voice and comedic timing with his voice. Kind of like Charlie Day in a way, like where he's just really like distinct. And I feel like he could be one of those characters that's very distinct voice.
Right. Or even a droid. Not even an alien, a droid.
Yeah. I think it's something like that. I'm excited for this.
I do. The good thing, the thing that is really they're like, Disney's really lucky about is Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen have not aged a fucking day since. So like, they're, especially when Ewan McGregor puts on that beard, like, it's like, oh, you're right back to no. And that's the main thing, man. That is the main thing. Like, I'm not into Star Wars anymore. But Ewan McGregor is dude, I'm so Star Wars out. But Ewan McGregor is one of my favorites of all time, and he was great as Obi-Wan. So like, I want to see how. I want to see how it goes.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. Obi-Wan next to Han Solo has always been one of my favorite characters in this entire franchise,
especially the prequel series.
He's probably the one single consistent thing through all 3 movies that
the most committed to
consistent.
It's because he's just so pumped to be in any of them. Like, the way he talks about them still is just so passionate.
Well, that's like, what's awesome about him.
Yeah, like, he's a fan.
Yeah, that's what's awesome
like
about him.
He likes Star Wars or something.
Yeah, right. No, that's what's awesome about him though. Like, is that you can tell that he, like, with any movie that he's in, he's just like, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you guys casted me. I'm happy you guys thought about me. Like, this is like, he just looks like a genuine guy. Just see him in anything. I'm just.
I want to do a quick anecdote on him. I remember the beginning documentary on the Phantom Menace DVD, and there's like a scene, I think it's like they're doing the big battle at the end against Darth Maul, and Ewan McGregor, it's a behind the scenes shot, he flies off the platform, goes into a stunt mat, comes out, looks right into the camera, is like, it's all for fucking Star Wars, and then runs off.
That's awesome.
And I think that perfectly encapsulates, like, he's like a fan that gets to play in this world.
That's an awesome attitude to have, especially in Star Wars. But
it's the same thing. Oh wait, sorry.
They start production of this month in April, and it should be coming out early next year. if everything goes according to plan.
Nice.
Because they're starting production, which is awesome. They're all they're all flying out to their locations.
Good.
Yeah.
We're good. It's like we're getting back to normal.
Well, people are just figuring out how to how to be safer now. That's
we can. Yeah, no, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad.
It's awesome. Star Wars is endless. Do you guys remember when was it who Kathleen Kennedy was like, we're gonna get a Star Wars movie every single year until we die or something? That didn't go so well.
That just turned into a TV show every single year.
No, she really shot herself in the foot with a lot of things that she said.
This next film is going to be an original film, and it's a debut from a directorial debut from a very famous actor. I mentioned this briefly when I was at the after the premiere of the film you guys did. I in a little circle. I was like, the first time I like spoke up with you guys, I was like, Charlie Day is making his directorial debut, and Patrick was like, what? And I was like, oh yes, he didn't know yet. But I want to talk about this movie because Charlie Day, known for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Great show.
He's making his directorial debut with a film that he also wrote called El Tonto, which translates to The Fool. The synopsis just reads as a fool for love becomes an accidental celebrity only to lose it all. That's the whole synopsis.
That's awesome.
The whole film.
That sounds like the Rocky prequel series.
Hey, so I got this idea for a prequel.
But Charlie Day is also starring.
Hey Mac, I'm gonna go film this movie about a fool looking for love in the sexual revolution of Philadelphia. I'm sorry.
Gonna kill you dead.
I just realized the connection of Philadelphia between both of those.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Charlie Day is also going to be the star as he stars as the silent protagonist, akin to Mr. Bean, and he finds himself caught in the wild world of Hollywood, and the movie will be mocking Hollywood and the terrible decision it makes.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's also got a huge. It's Charlie Day's directorial debut, and he's got a pretty big cast. Let me tell you the cast real quick. It's Charlie Day as the Fool, Kate Beckinsale, Jason Sudeikis, Edie Falco, John Malkovich, Jillian Bell, Ray Liotta, Randy Orton, the wrestler, Ken Jeong, Adrian Brody, Travis Fimmel, Dean Norris, Common, Mary Elizabeth Ellis, who's Charlie Day's wife and who plays the waitress, Glenn Howerton, and Jimmy Simpson. So those last three are
God damn.
Reunion.
God damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
Randy Orton, the wrestler.
I said that for the one person who needed that.
You said that for the one Marine 5 fan out there.
There's one guy watching it and be like, he better say it. He better say it.
I know he's in this movie.
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. It sounds like a Jerry Lewis movie. Like a modern day Jerry Lewis movie, especially if he's gonna be silent the entire time.
I was gonna say almost Chaplin. He refers to himself as the Fool.
Totally. It's the tramp. The fool,
do we know if it is the movie itself going to be silent or
no? It's not. He's just a silent protagonist.
That's awesome. That's so funny. Okay. Like you can tell, like that's really funny because he's so known for his outbursts.
Yeah. And so
that sounds awesome.
I love that. Charlie Day talked about this on a podcast that I heard a while ago, Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard, where they literally break down, like he talks about the whole process of where the film was at that time. It was a few months ago, and how it was COVID obviously slowed it down a lot during the festival seasons because it was supposed to air last year over the festival.
Oh, it's already filmed.
Yeah, it's done. And he's trying to find distributors and financiers to like actually distribute it. But he was trying to put it into film festivals and stuff. But COVID hit and that slowed everything down. So now he's reworking on it in the post-production to really perfect it. He's like, it gave me time to continue to work on it, which is cool. I mean, he's really excited about it, of course, because debuts are huge efforts.
Yeah.
So how do you,
a triple threat.
This is sweet. I'm excited about this one. Why?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just very excited.
I mean, just Charlie Day, Kate Beckinsale, and Jason Sudeikis, right there.
Yes. Right.
Those three right there is a great cast.
That sounds like a good time. It sounds like my kind of.
I feel like something can be announced about it soon because I know just recently they like what's it called? A magazine company was like, Tonto's now getting international distribution deals. So I think they already have a distribution for the US, and then he's just
nice
for the whole full 1 day thing. So it's going to be coming up soon, I hope, because this is
cool.
Made a while ago, and he's just been editing it.
Yeah, no, that sounds really good.
Fine tuning it.
Yep. So that's all the news that we have, kind of, except for this last news story. But this last news story is going to lead into another segment, a game called Box Office Redux, it's our second Box Office Redux. Patrick, have you heard of our game called Box Office Redux yet?
I have been informed, and I am ready.
Nice. Okay, here we go. So we're going to be basing this next Box Office Redux on this next bit of news. Netflix has a lot of money, guys, as we when they put money down on the Gray Man. How much money? What was the budget on the Gray Man again?
200 million buckaroos.
This is twice that, plus 50. This is $450 million, but it's for two movies. Netflix buys Knives Out 2 and 3 from Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson is returning with the sequels. Daniel Craig is also set to return as Detective Benet Blanc? Benoit
Yes.
Blanc? Yeah.
Oh no, Benoit Blanc. Benoit.
Yeah. He's returning. So those are the only two people returning. So we are going to do a Box Office Redux. If you are new to the show and are a guest like Patrick here, we will break down what the rules are real quick. Box Office Redux we are a set of producers trying to build the best possible cast and crew for an upcoming film. We have Knives Out 2 on our table, ladies and gentlemen. And Daniel Craig and Rian Johnson are the only ones signed on to return. We are tasked to build the core cast to appear with Daniel Craig and follow his new mystery. We are allowed to bring back one character from the original, but it's not required. We have to tease Knives Out 3 with a special cameo. So our job is to cast 3 actors plus a cameo. We want to think box office, fanfare, personal connection, and award season. And give us a reason why these 3 main characters work. And hopefully Rian Johnson chooses our idea. Who would like to go first? Justin will go first. So Knives Out is usually a murder mystery. Usually it can be actually any.
Whodunit?
Is it whodunit? Is it specifically murder?
Yeah, it kind of falls on the line of like the Agatha Christie, Poirot, Murder on the Orient Express. I think he was heavily influenced by those type of stories, and probably can't help but say it, but probably Clue as well.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. So my first person is actually going to shock you guys because we were already talking about him. We were kind of talking shit, but I really think it could be interesting. Is Sylvester Stallone?
Oh my god,
my dude.
Yep.
How did you hold that in this whole time?
No, so the only reason why I was thinking about Don Johnson, the first one, and how like he wasn't like huge in it, but he had like a big, like he wasn't in a lot, but he had a big part. And I was just thinking about Sly because I think that he could do something like that. Like we see it in Rocky. He can play subtle. He doesn't have to be this guy that does all these one-liners. And plus, I feel like Knives Out is such the first. Yeah. Hey, so I got a hand. No, so just say hand, Sylvester.
Okay, so say all of yours too, not the cameo, just your main 3, the first 3.
Okay. So I got Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
I think that he would be very interesting.
Awesome. That's a good one.
Michael Keaton, of course. I
almost
think
put him.
Yeah, and then my last one is Tessa Thompson.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I like those.
Yes.
Yeah, Tessa Thompson, I think is the only thing that she's done as bad is MIB International.
And that's not even the worst. That really, I mean,
yeah, I don't.
It's okay. I mean, I have mediocre thoughts about it. I didn't love it. It's no, yeah. No,
well,
it's not worth noting. It's not worth stopping on.
Well, I think that these three people can deliver in obvious ways. Besides Stallone, Stallone's kind of it is kind of a leap.
He's the one who dies in the beginning. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Stallone, I really like that pick a lot. Especially I think under the care and writing of someone like Rian Johnson.
Oh, exactly.
You take all of his dramatic you take all of his dramatic parts from, say, Copland,
exactly,
which I think is one of his most subtle and brilliant performances.
Exactly.
And then you just imbibe that kind of playfulness and fun that Rian Johnson can put into a character that they could write together. Because Stallone is not, I know we make fun of his voice and everything. The dude is not a dumb guy.
No,
he's very, very
it's just
smart
distinct.
and very intelligent.
That's why it's easy to point
out.
And
yes, exactly. Yeah, Justin, I think that pick's great.
Yeah. So I like those three. I like your three picks. I'll go with I'll go with my three next. My three are Jake Gyllenhaal. He's kind of going to be the Chris Evans replacement of. And I got Steve Buscemi and Keira Knightley.
Ooh, oh hell yeah!
Nice.
Hell
That's my cast. I just think it would be fun to see all those people together. Like I haven't seen Steve Buscemi and Keira Knightley in a while. I'd love to see them do something with witty and like something like this. And Jake Gyllenhaal can just do everything. So I think he'd be bringing the money, bringing the box office. Steve Buscemi would bring in that niche of like the memes of people loving the memes and be like, I know that guy. Yeah. But Steve Buscemi is a real talent too. So it's just like, And obviously Keira Knightley, because Keira Knightley's awesome. Those are my three.
Love with her.
Four. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there just needs to be more Keira.
Okay. So Knives Out 2.
Yep.
Directed. I'm good.
Yep.
Directed by Rian Johnson. Starring Daniel Craig. Dan Stevens.
Oh hell yeah.
Ooh.
Amy Adams.
Hell yeah.
And Emily Blunt.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Patty.
What was your second one?
Amy Adams.
Nice. I like Amy Adams.
And one like Dan Stevens coming from Downton Abbey, and also probably one of my favorite movies of the last probably 20 years, The Guest, directed by Adam Wingard, who also did Godzilla vs. Kong. He is exceptional in that film. But him and Amy Adams, we both know, can do ensemble.
Yes.
Emily Blunt, maybe outside, I guess you can call A Quiet Place, maybe like a family ensemble, but I haven't really seen her work with a large ensemble group. And if I have, I'm misplacing it right now.
Devil Wears Prada.
But I think
it's a good one. It's a good one.
I love all those actors. I think Amy Adams, especially with Rian Johnson and how well she does with ensemble acting, you just take a portion of her performance from The Muppets. And kind of blend it, that just kind of bubbliness about her.
Or Enchanted.
I think would really, really work in a murder mystery type ensemble.
Yeah, totally.
Very, very well.
Dude, the thing is that's actually really good about all of our picks is that these are all people that I could see in the new Knives Out and I would be satisfied. In both of them. And Knives Out 2 and 3. Because who do we have? We have Stallone, Keaton, Thompson,
Jake Gyllenhaal, Steve Buscemi, Keira Knightley,
Dan Stevens, Amy Adams, Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Rian Johnson just called. He said he's going to take them all because it is an ensemble. So he's going to take all 9 of our actors. But the thing is, since the last movie had 10, we have to come up with the last one, but we all have to agree on the cameo, this next one.
Ooh.
So, because we got to round out the cast of 10 to accompany Daniel Craig. I'll start with my cameo. I have my cameo is Robert Downey Jr. He's gonna play Jake Gyllenhaal's older brother.
Motherfucker. I wrote him down too. So just in case that did happen, this is the one that I think should happen. It's Mark Hamill.
Ooh, the cameo.
Only because him and Rian Johnson they did not get along with each other. So what if he's the first guy he's the one that dies. He like kills off Mark Hamill. Oh my
god.
I feel like Mark Hamill would be down. I feel like he would do it. I feel like that would be
hilarious. I would love that.
Little
and especially if he got impaled on like a toy lightsaber.
Yeah. Like something, I could totally see because you could tell that Mark Hamill, he does respect Rian Johnson, but you can just tell that he does not like what he did. You can
disagree, but you can still respect their art.
So I can see him just being like, I'll totally do a Knives Out cameo or like whatever, like be the Christopher Plummer of the of the cast. But that's so funny though, Elijah. I really did. I wrote down Robert Downey Jr.
I
so
went
funny.
through a couple of iterations of the cameos, but yeah, I went back to Robert Downey Jr. Who'd you have, Patrick?
Kurt Russell.
Yeah,
that's good.
Fuck, dude, look at us, dude. Let's just. Oh no. Yeah, man.
We have to agree on one cameo. So
my thought for Kurt Russell was, and I don't, it doesn't have to be a direct relative, but I want him to be related to Daniel Craig's character.
That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah,
and in some sort of way, whether it's a family relation or maybe like a full-time small town private investigator up with LeBlanc. I don't know, murder mystery formula. You could just have so much fun with these type of actors that we picked. And God, those are all really good cameos, man. I want to pick mine. I really do. But I like Robert Downey Jr. so much, but is it too soon to have him cameo in something like that?
Yeah.
Being so close to Marvel.
That's how I was kind of feeling. It's like he's almost like, yeah, that's how I was feeling too about it when I put it.
I think people would like, ooh, Robert Downey Jr. in a Knives Out movie. Yeah. That'd be great, but oh man, that's a tough one. I don't know.
I don't know if Robert Downey.
I think it's between Mark Hamill. I think it's between Mark Hamill and
Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
I'm leaning on. I don't know, man. I think Mark Hamill would be a lot of fun. I think that would be a fun little.
I wouldn't want him to die. I wouldn't want him to see him. I want to see him blossom.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. Like doing that with Mark Hamill. I think it would be fun. It'd be a nice little nod to everything that happened story-wise with The Last Jedi. But is that going to serve a Knives Out story? Having a cameo like now, man.
I know it's hard. It's hard,
dude. That's tough.
I mean, if we're
I like your Russell picks though.
Yeah, I like the concept of
it. You know what?
Of having the association to Daniel Craig. I like that.
But then again, I just the idea of Mark Hamill doing something else with Rian Johnson and not having the burden of it being Star Wars.
Have those fanboys shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you gotta figure the fanboys.
And actually, now that you say that, Justin, I can actually almost see Mark Hamill kind of like almost going kind of like Tim Curry type levels, like Tim Curry did as the butler in Clue, in something like this. So as much as I love my pick and as much as I love Jack Burton and the Pork Chop Express, I'm gonna have to go with Luke Skywalker.
Justin wins the first.
Oh, guys. I'm getting a call from this guy, R. Johnson. Hello? Oh. All right, I'll tell the boys. Guys, guess what? He fucking hated it.
What?
All right.
Back to the drawing board. All right.
Yeah.
That's the part I love about this the most is the fact that all these fanboys said that like after, oh God, he ruined Star Wars for me. He's never gonna work again. He's getting $450 million to do.
He's making more money than any of the Star Wars movie. Well, actually, no, I'll take that back. It's making more money than Solo.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
Dude. Yeah, those are great picks, guys.
Yeah, I'm excited for Knives Out too. Too bad they didn't go with ours. They need to give us the our cast.
Dude, Netflix is not going to go anywhere without us.
So let's get out the full rounded cast. Who is your 3 core? We'll just list all of ours again one more time, and then we'll say our last cameo. So Justin had
Dolan, Tessa Thompson, and Michael Keaton.
And then Jake Gyllenhaal, Steve Buscemi, Keira Knightley,
Ann Stevens, Amy Adams, Emily Blunt.
And then a cameo from Mark Hamill.
Oh yeah, dude, that sounds awesome. I would see that right now.
Just the whole, it's all these faces are on the screen right now. That looks like a fun
It's
cast.
just the thing is that's so interesting about the cast that you could just see it. Like you could see that working. There's not one person in it.
That sounds fun.
Justin, get to your typewriter. New script idea. Spoons
in.
An original Southern Orchestra.
Yeah, we only got spoons in.
I only heard spoons in, but that's good enough for me.
Oh
no, that's good enough
Let's just
for me.
leave it there.
Yeah, no, I'm on my typewriter right now.
That's the end of our episode. That was our box office redux. That's all the news we have for this week. That was awesome. Thank you, Patrick, for coming in this week. We hope to see you again.
Elijah, Justin, always. It's always a pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome. Let us know what movies you guys are watching. Follow us on social media. Bye, guys. See you next week.
Remember to like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, like and subscribe. Yeah.
Hit that bell for shit.
For shit.
Hit that bell for shit.
Spoons in.
Coming 2023.